Good morning. Good morning from the West Coast, Los Angeles. Welcome to Power Hour. How is it going? Musical chairs, tariff musical chairs continues. I was just looking at my messages. What's going on? Well, yeah, last night, right? President Trump announced 35% tariffs on Canada starting August 1. Is it another taco trade? Certainly look like it. Um, luckily I had some puts. Not that they're protecting me that much, but I sold them. I'm rolling them up, buying some different puts, but on indexes anyway. I'll go through the position shortly. So the tariff, the tariff musical chairs continues. August 1, between now and August 1, there we have a bunch of time. And all the other ones are going to kick in somewhere around August 1, I guess. I don't know. I have lost track of now. If their idea was to create mass confusion and disconnect and whatever, it's happening. So what happens? Market opens lower, about 1/3%. Immediately the dip is bought. Luckily, it gave me enough time to get out of my puts at break even. We're just grinding higher, and we know what's going on with Bitcoin, right? Finally, yeah, I've been talking about Bitcoin for a year on this channel and longer before then. Hopefully, you all listened. Hopefully, you all dollar cost averaged. I get a lot of pushback on Bitcoin, especially on MicroStrategy or trading. I'm going like, you don't have to do anything. Just go buy Bitcoin on an exchange and put it on your cold wallet. You don't have to do what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing anyway. I'll buy it every Monday on DCA cost average. My first purchase was in 2020. I did not buy any until the start of this year. I really did my research. I understand what's going on. I understand what Michael Saylor is doing, and I believe what he's doing. There are reasons for that. I've said that many times. I put out a video. As long as the global M2 or money supply keeps pumping, there's no stopping any and all other assets. When there's this much money sloshing around in the system, and with the big beautiful bill passing, adding another 5 trillion supposedly to the deficit or national debt, what do we need to do? We need to print. We need to make the budget deficits. We need to balance it. How do we do it? We print. We create money out of thin air. Another couple, 3 billion, which is going to put us at 40 trillion at the end of the year on the national debt. When that happens, what happens? U.S. dollar gets weaker, right? When the U.S. dollar gets weaker, Bitcoin goes up, stocks go up, gold goes up. Nobody's buying this game anymore. For a long time, everybody bought, it's good. We just grow our way out of this deficit or debt. Not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. You guys are dreaming. If you guys think the administration has a plan to grow us, increasing GDP, that's because every dollar we borrow only returns 47 cents. Unlike 30 years ago, every dollar we borrow returned 4x, 5x. Everybody's on the game. And that's why Bitcoin did what it did. 116, 117. Even after the tariffs announcement overnight, there was a sell-off. Bitcoin didn't even blink. I think on this leg up, we're going to get to 140 range and do what we did again. Go sideways for a couple months, 3 months, between probably 125 or 120 and 140. And then the next leg will come. It's a finite asset. That's the only one I know of. Even gold is not finite. We can keep digging and bringing out more. Stocks, definitely not finite, right? We can always print more shares. But Bitcoin is the only finite asset that I know. So, call it digital gold, call it whatever you want to call it. I don't think it's a pure inflation hedge because there is no inflation. When there was inflation, that's when Bitcoin took its big leg up as a kind of an inflation hedge. Well, it's not. It's an asset class that everybody is paying attention to. Obviously, this administration is reasonably friendly to crypto, probably the most crypto-friendly administration ever. And I have good friends who've been DCAing and understand what Bitcoin is. And that's the only way you can protect yourself from what the government is doing. Government's debasing the currency. Your dollars are losing their buying power every single month, every single year, to the tune of 6-7%. The inflation numbers that they put out are lies. They don't exist in anybody's budget. The 2% target, bullshit. But it's okay, whatever. So, DCA, I dollar cost average. It's going to keep going higher and higher and higher unless something changes. Anything looks like it's going to change? No. Okay. And so, the tariff musical chairs continues, as I said. That I think has lost its, I don't know, I think it's lost its value. Traders and market participants are not even paying attention to it because they know he'll say that, and then a week later he'll postpone it, and then the Canadian Prime Minister will come down. Like, it's just too much. It's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. Quite disappointing too, but I can't complain. Look, I can't complain. I mean, I know how to protect myself. I'm down a little bit today, but yesterday, all-time high in the account equity. I'm just going to keep plugging along. Yes, 3 steps forward, 1 step back. Keep the drawdowns to a minimum, right? Press when you need to press, just like I pressed last couple of weeks. I was up to 13, 14 open positions. Now I'm down to 6, 7. That's what you do. You press when you think there's an opportunity, and then you just kind of go, hey, yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's where we are. I'm going to put the link up. If any of you want to come on, please show your face. Here they are. Here's the link. Good morning, Luis. Mr. Premium of the option. Happy Friday. Yes, sir. Happy Friday. Yes, thank God it's Friday. 3 hours until cover calls on ENPH and AAL expired worthless. Amazing. Great. You should grab the link and come on. We should have a chat about cover calls, what they're doing for you. But if you want, obviously. Not a debate, conversation. Okay? Happy Friday, everyone. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. I can't see anything. Zavan, happy Friday. Manny P, good morning. Good morning, everyone. I'm not sure you guys can hear me or see. I use StreamYard for the streams. I think there's definitely some software glitches going on. I'm hoping you guys can see me and hear me. So what else is going on? Bitcoin, hopefully everybody's doing well there. Ethereum is kicking in. It's about 3,000. Some of the other altcoins are moving. I don't pay attention to any of that. I'll just go to Bitcoin. I'm just going to average up. I'm going to buy every Monday morning. High, low, sideways. It's going in. I'm doing exactly what Michael Saylor is doing. I'm just going to keep buying. Just keep buying. Keep buying. Let it go higher. Goes higher, I'll buy more. I buy, when I say dollar cost average, I buy the same dollar amount. Not big, I already had Bitcoin. But now I'm just going to keep buying. Goes to 140, I'm going to keep buying. 200, I'm going to keep buying. I'll buy less, obviously, with the same dollar amount because the price is going higher. But that's the only way to save yourselves, people. You have choices. You can put your money under the mattress, or you can put it in a savings account, or you can buy gold, or you can buy Bitcoin. This is if you guys haven't figured this game out yet. And then a lot of people go, oh, but it's 115 now. So what about it? You said the same thing at 25. Say the same thing at 60. Say the same thing at 90. Say the same thing at 100. What about it? Okay, it's 115. Tomorrow it'll be 120. I'll bet you they'll just do some number on this thing over the weekend. They'll probably sell it off, or then all the naysayers will come out and say, oh, look, Bitcoin crashed. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Look, man, over long periods of time, what the government is doing is very obvious. Number one, they cannot allow asset bubbles. There's definitely bubbles going on, definitely in some stocks, definitely in the stock market. They cannot let this bubble burst. They just can't. And I've decided on that a long time ago, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to keep printing, and they're going to keep pumping. And, not in my lifetime anyway. Yeah, will there be crashes here and there? Yeah, of course. But then they'll come up with some sort of fund or whatever, and we'll save the market, and you know. But anyway, you got to trade. So without further ado, you know, actually, I was going to buy something in my little Robinhood account. You guys should go check out my little Robinhood account performance over the last year. Since I started the channel, I opened $1,000 Robinhood account. It's doing really well. So I started more actively trading because I have more money now. I don't know, it may be a good thing or a bad thing. I'm not sure. Let me see 1 second. I was trying to buy some calls. I can only do directionals in that account. Well, I can't now that I have money. Not major money. It grew from like 1,000. Right now, I'm down $120 today. It's at 7,500. So it's fucking good. It gets to 25K. I get off my pattern day trader bullshit. Bitcoin 117.7. There we go, right there. XRP 281. Almost 3. Can't go, can't question these things, man. Gotta get on the game, peoples. Good job, Mojo. I was thinking of if you got your alarm clock and walk your butt up, because usually you're a sleeper. And you know how many times you missed that. I mean, those printed for you, didn't they? How did you pay? Like $5.75, and you probably sold them at $8. Good for you, bro. Good on you. Good on you. 64. Maybe you should have some patience. What is going on? Let me see. I'll go through the positions. I'm trying to buy some. Sorry, I don't want to ignore you folks, but I must look at something. Everything is turning green almost, with the exception of a couple of stocks. I'll go through the positions in a minute. Give me a minute, just a minute, single minute. Yeah, definitely some green stuff is flashing and stuff going on with StreamYard. Yeah, we're going to buy more index puts. What else we're going to do? Interest rates are flying higher today, like shooting up. I don't know. You know, Trump can say, oh, I want 300 basis point lower interest rates. It's just not going to get it, sir. You're getting fired. What's his name? The bond market doesn't give a shit about Trump or Federal Reserve or Jay Powell. Nobody. The market don't care. Market's so big. You cannot mess with the bond market. Bond market's saying inflation is coming. I'm going to push the rates up. It's going nuts today. It's meaning like interest rates are going up. You can't push interest rates down because you want it, sir. Okay, so I'm trying to buy. See, I'm telling you guys. I'll share the positions in a minute. I opened the position in the big trading account anyway. TSS Inc. I shorted it at 30, covered it at 26. Now it's down to 21. 20 to 21 is my target. So I'm trying to buy in my Robinhood account August 22.5 calls and sell August 30 calls. I'm trying to put a call debit spread. Are these prices fresh? I don't think so. 265, 285. I think we can go in between and buy some at 275. Okay, let's buy 5 options. It's like a game we play with Robinhood. Where's the stock at? 21.11. Those are expensive, man. Wow. 270. Let's give it a shot at 270. Okay, 5 options at 270. Swipe. Nope, my bid. Okay, maybe it goes a little bit lower. I'll get it. Okay. Okay. All right, we'll go to the screen, show the positions. If you guys want to come on, please grab the link. Please, please, please. Don't leave me alone. Should I pay $275 for it? Oh, 2109. Come on now, give it to me. Yeah, I want to buy it right about 20 and a half, 21. So we're good there. Okay. Got out of me, I think 650. 615 up, baby. Yeah, 830. Good for you, man. Good for you. Ignore the question. On last plus sold 830. Okay, cool. Awesome. Congrats. All right, so let's go to the positions. Hope you guys can see that right there. Yes, yes. Here we go. I am still long 40 calls, AAPU. I'll highlight the ones that I'm long, so you guys know what's going on. I'm long 40 calls at 81.5 cents. They're 80.90. Just gonna hold on to those. This is very disappointing, by the way. Fuel Cell had a huge pop yesterday on good news. Right back to square one. Yeah, so I'm covering my July next week expiration 7 puts, selling the 6 puts at about $1.10. But I'm buying also October 5 calls at $1 range. About 60 so far. I'm just buying 10 at a time. So that's that position. I was in Oscar, closed the position out. Stock from acting like a champ, it's acting like a chump. I ain't gonna fuck around this year with these. I can't fight the trend. So I made ridiculous money last month actually on Oscar from 15 to 23, and then big beautiful bill passed. Now all the analysts are putting $9, $10 targets on this thing. I'm not gonna mess with it. So Oscar is in my rear view mirror. That's because I trade. I don't hope. I don't pray. I trade. I will sell my dog. Well, no, I won't sell my dog. Yeah, anyway. I'm not gonna, I'll take losses anyway. That's what I'm saying. So I'm long 20 super micro, SMCI, August 60 calls. Yeah, here's the headache of headaches. I'm short 2,000 shares of SoFi at 1855, 1858. Stock is 2178. So I'm down almost a couple of points on that. It's okay. Well, you got to have a balance. I'm short. I put on really nice position yesterday on SoundHound, SOUN. So on that one, went out to September. I am short. I'm short September 13 puts. With that money, I went and bought a call debit spread. 15 about the September 15 calls and sold the September 22 calls. Overall, I did it with a credit of about $1.80 range to the put side. So, meaning I'm willing to get assigned SoundHound at 13 minus $1.80, which is 11.20. Stock is 12. We'll see where that goes. I will add to that with the 12 puts this time as opposed to the 13 puts. Because when I did it, stock was 13. Now it's 12. I'll sell the 12 puts and buy the same call debit spread. I had 20 SPY 610 puts this morning. I sold them either break even or maybe touch loss, maybe like $50 loss. Thank God, because I was down about $1.50 on those. So I started buying this 620 puts now. I bought 7 so far. I will buy some more. Actually, I'll buy a couple more here at 790 range. I'll buy 3 more, make it 10. This is like a hedge for the rest of it, honestly. 789. Okay, those are done, so we're long 10 now. 10 SPY 620 puts. This is the one I'm trying to do by my Robinhood account as well as now. So now we'll add to this. This TSSI, TSS Inc. I only did 5. I've gone to August. I'm selling the August 20 puts, buying the August 22.5 calls, and selling the August 30 calls. I'm doing it. I'm trying to do it with $1 credit, meaning I don't mind getting put at 20 if August comes and it's there. 20 2105 is the low, 270. So I have my Robinhood order at 270. Or the 22.5. So as soon as I get it, we'll get a little pop. I'll sell the 30s against the create a call debit spread. And I'm long 3,500 shares of WeRide, 808, 809. Stock is 871, 872. Decent profits there. So basically, my supermarket basket is set. I will buy more puts today if we keep rallying. What's my plan on SoFi? It's melting up. It's okay. I've done this a million times before. I will short another 500 shares somewhere above 22. You know, some of you may be super bullish on SoFi. You know, I'm not that bullish. Technically, I mean, its company is fine. I think it's way ahead of itself. But let me try to do this here. Let's see if I can do some more TSSI. Let's do some TSSI. Sell the 20 puts. No, not July, August. Sell the 20 puts. Buy the 22.5 calls and sell the 30s. 85-cent credit. Okay, well, let's do it at $1 credit. We did it at 75 cents in the morning. Let's go to $1. At $1, I'll do 5, and then at $1.20, I'll do 5 more. That's how I do it. That's how I leg in, how I leg out. You can't shoot your wad all at once. You can't go YOLO. You can't do any of that stuff. For some people, it may work. It doesn't work for me. It never has. So yeah, I had 13, 14 positions. So you guys can go check it out. All these positions are right away are on the community page every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I post my positions and my trades live on the Telegram chat group that I have with my channel members. If you want to become a member, support the channel, click join, become a member, email me, sergio@sergioavedian.com. I will send you the Telegram chat group link. I also do every Wednesday members live where they can come on and ask me individual questions. It's like a one-on-one kind of sessions. It lasts about 90 minutes every Wednesday between 4:30 and between 3 and 5 p.m. Pacific. So you get that as a perk, as a member. Okay, did I miss that thing? Yeah, I think I did. Did I buy it? No, I didn't. Robinhood, come on, Robinhood. Be nice to me. I'm not going to chase you. You know that, Robinhood. At 275, I probably would get filled. I'll go through the charts in a minute. Let me adjust my Robinhood order. I already have an order. What are we doing? $270, $290. Let's pay $275. So we're pretty close. Replace. We'll buy 5 more at like 250 range. 2.75. Can we do it at 275, Robinhood? Or are we going to dick around with this? Yeah, let's do it at 275. Did I do it? Nope. Put my bid. Robinhood with fills. Robinhood sucks. Honestly. Absolute suck bucket. You guys should understand, by the way, there's no free trading. This is what happens. You put an order in, they'll make it your bid. You put an offer in, they'll make it your offer. That's all the high-frequency firms that are taking your order and messing around with it. So you guys understand what's going on. Anyway, I put the order in at 275 now. It's this call right here. And I have I can leg into this individually as well, but not yet. Yeah, let's just leave it at $1. There's a chance it goes to 20. I will definitely go bonkers on that if it goes to 20. So that's where we are, folks. Let me go to the front and let's see. So that's the stock I'm trying to buy, actually. That's the daily one. Yeah, actually, you know what? Maybe not a rush because there's 50 DMAs in 1986. We may have a shot going there. Yeah, let me talk myself out of that for my little Robinhood account. I think we'll wait. Patience pays. Let's cancel that order. I don't want to get nailed with something over a weekend. Yep, we canceled that order. There we go. You want to mess with me? I mess with you. Okay, let's go to the front. Let's see if anybody wants to come on. Anybody? Nobody. All right, let's see. 6:15. I'll ignore the question. Thanks for putting Robinhood back in the mix. But can you show the UI when you're trading? I still have the fill time trying to read your TLS position layout page. I don't know why. I think it's pretty clear. And the highlighted ones are open, non-highlighted ones are not open, because it shows the equity, it shows the option if it's an option, it shows the cost basis, it shows the mark, which is the current price. If I'm short, it's with a negative. If I'm long, it's with a positive. I think it's pretty clear. I hope that's what you're asking. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's where we are. I think it's pretty simple. I don't think anybody else in the member group is having a problem. If you guys are having a problem, let me know in the member chat. All right, let's go back. Nobody wants to come on. Let's go to the chat. Here we go. Let's go through some charts. Okay. Charts. Let's go big charts. I have so many stocks now on my watch list that I don't think I will go through all of them, but then I will go through a bunch of them. So let's go with the indexes. This is SPX. I mean, we're grinding higher, you know. You're going to say, why are you buying puts? There's potential of a mean reversion here, but a little hedge because I'm long quite a bit. I'm never 100% long or 100% short, so I am just a little bit of a hedge with the indexes. So this is SPY. Let's go with that. Let's adjust this puppy. Okay, this SPY. Nothing, folks. Just keep grinding higher. Volatility has subsided a lot. This is triple Q. NVIDIA, $4 trillion company, probably green today. Yeah, that's triple Q. There's potential bearish divergences developing, but you can't anticipate those things. So I'm not going to even get into that. I'm long AAPU, but I'm long Apple. I like Apple here, actually. Just kind of consolidating before a breakout. A little bit of a resistance at the 200 EMA, which is fine. That's why I'm long the AAPU calls. I don't mind buying more once we get going. So I see this going to about 27 and change, and I'm trying to buy the 25 calls. You know, I think it's okay. Let's see. Well, let's go to the ones that people absolutely always want to know. AMD, absolute fireworks. Gave you a little bit of a pullback to 20 EMA, right back to 52-week high. Same thing with Micron. You know, once the trend is in, you guys got to learn how to take advantage of it. Amazon, keep grinding higher. Let's go through the Mag 7 real quick. Google, just about to hit a new high. You know, Google and Apple, I think, are the two underperformers, right? In Mag 7, Meta made an all-time high, just consolidating now. Microsoft, same thing. New all-time high, obviously, today. NVIDIA, same thing. Yeah, just $4 trillion company, folks. Let's not fuck around, right? And Netflix, a little bit of a pullback, no big deal. Let's go through some charts. ASTS came, one of the space stocks came right to the 50. I was shorted ASTS, actually. I just made really good money with it. And what was it? On Wednesday in the members live, I was talking to my members about it. Well, it's coming down to the 20 EMA. We should look at it at 43, 45. We didn't do anything, of course. Avago, new, I think it's a 52-week high or new high. Yep. And let's talk a little bit about Bitcoin, IBIT, new high, gap up. Yeah, this is the 2X, I mean, not the 2X ETF. This is the BlackRock ETF. That's where all the money is going in. But this is the 2X ETF of IBIT, which is BITX. Looks like it's getting about the 72 range probably, while IBIT is going higher. Strategy. Strategy actually is not going up as much as I thought it would go up. That's because I think MNAV is still too high, about 160 range. And if you're going to trade Bitcoin, don't trade Bitcoin, hodl Bitcoin, but trade these, right? Everybody wants to know about Tesla. Dead man ZKG, really. It's dead money. It's been dead money, although we'll see. Just kind of going sideways after that big down day. Bounce back up after the Austin Robotaxi came out. And now, I see two things happening with Tesla. It's either going back to the lows of 220 or we're just going sideways here, collect energy, and absolutely explode. So, but I'll wait until I get my signal. No reason to rush. Like some of the Chinese stocks, Baba, patience, maybe $100, I think is a good deal there. What else is going on? Interesting stuff. Oh, Circle. Another down there, down to 188, but this thing went up so much that, maybe at 50 MA, about 145, we can take a look at it. Core Weave, same thing. Yeah, almost at the 50 MA. Okay, that's cool. Just patience pays, man. You got to be patient. I had strangles on these, if you guys recall. Again, please go check the community page on the YouTube channel. All the positions are posted there. And you guys can just check it every month. You just go compare the positions from week to week to week, and then you guys can figure out if I'm making money or losing money. Again, none of this is trading or financial advice. What I do is very risky. Gold is going to probably do a Bitcoin here and take an absolute runner, as all asset classes are going up as usual. I like gold chart actually. You should follow Bitcoin probably. So none of it is financial or trading advice. Do your own due diligence. What I do is very risky. It's not for everyone other than me. However, if you want to tag along, there's a delay on the community page, but the live positions are posted every day in the Telegram chat group. I like Lemonade quite a bit. Pulling back to 50 MA. This one I'm not going to miss. This one I'm going to trade. Maybe another buck or so. Obviously, all the Bitcoin-related stocks are just going crazy. There are some really crazy ones. This is the one with Tom Lee that became the CEO. They're going to buy Ethereum. BMNR. I mean, right? Goes from like $3 to $160, and now we're down to 40. I don't even know what to say about these things. I don't know. I mean, they have to issue shares to buy Bitcoin. I mean, to buy Ethereum. Maybe at 28, I may give it a shot for a day trade, maybe. This thing has just been going down. This is a 2-minute chart. Just, this is the VWAP as it gets close to it and gets sold off. Yeah, these are risky. Actually, the VWAP on the 10-minute is about 35. Yeah, and then on the 60-minute, let's see where it's at. Oh, this is the 60-minute. 10-minute is under. Yeah, off the 60-minute, 35 looks reasonable. Anyway, that's BMNR. NVIDIA, we looked, making new highs. Yeah, Oscar was a champ, now it's a chump. I mean, honestly, when things break out like that and they do this, I mean, it's going into support to 14. I may give it a shot at 14. I may. And then next support is 12. One analyst yesterday put a $9 target on it. Another analyst today put a $10 target on it. I mean, Yeah, analysts, people listen to analysts. This is Palantir. It is definitely working on some sort of bearish divergence. Not for me to get in front of it at the moment. I like some of the quantum stocks, RGTI, pulling back a little bit. I think this may be, it stopped exactly where it stopped, right into the wedge, squeezing itself, right? Squeezing itself into this wedge. Either, I mean, we can keep squeezing. I can extend these lines to make it more clear. Extend to the right. Extend to the right. Okay, so either we're going to break down and go to 8 or break out and go to 18. So you wait for the break and then you move. Reddit, God dang it. I need to have a better system. This is Reddit, pull back to 20 EMA into support and turning up. I'm just looking at the green stuff. I was short Sezzle at 177, covered it yesterday. It's down to 142. Going through the 20 EMA. The next 50 EMA is 125. I'll give this a shot at 125 range. SMCI still just grinding itself higher. This is the problem today. TLT. Yeah, this is the 20-year note. Rates are going higher, folks. You can, the administration can pound sand and say, oh, we need lower interest rates. I'm like, you're not going to get it. This is Soundhound, one of the positions. Broke out, really nice volume. MACD above 0. I'm accumulating. We'll see where it goes. SoFi, nosebleed. This cannot go on. I'm going to keep shorting the stock. I will make about 3 to 5 points on the stock, but I'm doing it carefully and slowly. Stocks don't grow to the sky, folks. You can say whatever you say. You may have some emotional attachment to these things. It doesn't work out like that. Just like it didn't work out like that with Sezzle and TSSI and Tesla. You guys cannot be emotionally attached. And the reason for that is market's going to do what it's going to do. It doesn't care who you are, how much money you have, what you know. This is the other one I'm trying to buy, actually. Actually good. TSSI. Shorted this one, covered, made really good money. Yeah, I think I'll wait on this one. I don't think I'm in a rush. 50 EMA is at 20. Yeah, what's my rush? Yeah. I mean, going down on the volume. I just don't want to miss the bounce because this thing is going to rip bounce to like 27, 28. It's just a thinly held stock. And WeRide. Any questions, please put them up. Been trading WeRide forever. We'll see. We're open position with profit, so we just wait. If you have any questions, please put it up. And that's my watch list. And if you guys want to come on, I'll be more than happy to encourage you to come on. Okie dokie. Used to Robinhood UI. Yeah, it's easy. It's basically the same thing. Once you know one, you know another one. AMC, holy shit, man. Just junk. All of it. I'm don't want to insult you. Just junk. When those stocks are moving up, the market's so frothy. AMC, holy crap. I haven't looked at that forever. Plug move with fuel cell. I'm just getting nailed with fuel cell now, so it's the same thing. That moved from 70 cents to $1.70. It's probably done. Yeah, we'll take a look anyway. What was the other one? PHM. Yeah, junk stocks, man. But let's take a look. So when I say these things, don't get offended. I call it the way I see it. You may agree, you may disagree. It's not personal. Plug power, yeah. 70. I know because fuel cell moved the same way. It went from actually fuel cells at 535. It had a nice move, and then now pulling back. All of them are, and then AMC. I mean, come on now. Are we back there? Okay. All right. Look, and I'm not telling you not to do it. The next one is going to be GME, I'm sure. What has GME done? That don't look that good. Look, man, you know, these stocks are, you can trade it, I'm sure, if you're nimble enough to buy a few thousand shares and make 20, 30 cents on it. Yeah, why not? Not my cup of tea. I can't. I can hardly do what I'm doing. Come on now, 21. Break 21, and then we'll get it. Yeah. Anyway, so AAPU doing fine. Reducing exposure is the name of the game. Cutting, you know, buying some puts back. And yeah, so what else are we doing? Not much else, man. So we have the puts on SPY. We bought 10. We should buy probably another 10 by the end of the day, depending how we close. So I'm pretty balanced. I'd like to have a little bit more puts or more shorts. Put on some more short positions. Well, I'm short SoFi, so I will keep shorting that. SoundHound, 1175. Whoa, what happened there? That's kind of selling off. We can add some positions there. Ooh, big volume breakdown right there. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's look at this time. Let's look at August. Now we're doing September. Let's look at the September 12 puts and buy the same call debit spreads. 12, 15, 22, $1.43. 12 minus $1.43 is what? Let's do it at $1.50. That's 10.5. Do I want to own SoundHound at 10.5 in September if it comes to that? Yes. Okay, we'll put that in there. That's in there. This one is in there at $1 TSSI. I may sell some WeRide actually, take profits. You know, every time I don't take profits, I watch it go down to, I'm going to sell 500 shares of that, balance it out a little bit more. You know, markets are markets. We can't hope and pray for good things to happen to us. Actually, I'll put it at 870, sell 500 shares. Yeah, reduce exposures, folks. Puts are there. The other one is there. That's there. Ain't nothing else to do, really. Just wait and see. So TSSI, where are we on TSSI? Okay. I bet I can leg it in. 260. 260 for that. 270 for that. Oh, it's 90 cents. No. Not going to do it. Okay, so we're selling off a little bit. This is fine. Okay. Well, that's where we are, folks. Yeah, WRD. Don't be a headache for me. You take a couple $1,000 profit and you move on, Serge. Yeah, 868. Actually, sell 500 here. 865. Sell 500 at 870. Reduce exposure, Serge. I really don't like where the market is at. I mean, I'm trying to protect my account equity. That's all I'm trying to do, folks. I'm not doing anything else. I trade equity. I don't look at anything else. A lot of people just are stuck with their little, oh, this position, that position. If this does this, that will do that. I'm like, it doesn't work like that. But everybody on their own. And if we rally here, I'm going to buy some more puts, which is good. What else can we clean up? Anything else? No, that's it. Okay. Cool. Okay. Yeah, seriously. No, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but I can't. When those little 50, 80 cent stocks move like that, like when plug goes from 70 cents to $1.70, it's a pump and dump. I mean, once in a while it works, but look, I'm not against buying 5, 10,000, 20,000 shares and making 20, 30 cents. I have no problem with it. It's good return, It's good return, man. Good morning, Macro Baked. Coffee, okay. Better than ever. Hello, sir. Macro, you're not a member anymore? I don't see your tag. You left us? I'm sad, Macro. Come on, man. Anyway. Both sound at 10:12. Sounds good. Good luck. We're in the same boat. I don't want to buy it, but if it comes to that, I will. Yeah. Any other questions or comments or grab the link? Macro, you want to grab the link? It's up there somewhere. Here, I'll put it up again. Right there. Anyway, anyone to show up, please show up. We'll just look at the trading screen for a little bit. I actually have a video coming out with my Robinhood account results, so go check it out. What's going on? What is going on? So we entered those orders. Well, there's orders out there. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it. But we need to wait until it gets to where I want to get to. And yeah. Yeah, TSSI breaks 21. We'll have a quick 50-cent pop, move down, and then we'll get in. Soundhound is there. Now we're doing the 12s, 12, 13, 12, 15, 22s. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so for people who followed what I was doing with Oscar Health, short puts, long calls, synthetics on at 15, moved to 23, made shit ton of money. Then I rolled them up. Then I had 20 and 17 short puts, and then 2028 call debit spread. No, it started going the other way. Big Beautiful Bill supposedly has cuts coming their way. Growth is going to slow down. Stock got hit, hung around 18 for a couple of days. I'm going like, nope, reduce exposure, sir. And then bought the puts back, almost break even actually. And call debit spread was sold today with losses, and we're done. I don't mess around. I'm not going to babysit a position that was great, and now it's shit. I ain't going down I'm not going to argue with the price. The price is the price. What you see is what you get. You can wish for it. You can hope for it. You go like, oh, the market is wrong. Yeah, maybe market is wrong, or maybe market is right. If you're that good, then all power to you. Because market's never wrong. Market at this second is not wrong. Market may be wrong 6 months from now, right? And market is, and I mean, a lot of people watch technical analysis and things like that. And it's like, yeah, but it tells you the past. It doesn't tell you the future. Obviously, there are support levels. There is resistance levels people pay attention to. I get it. Sometimes it works. But overall, you don't argue with stuff that's happening. Then all you do is create biases. You go like, oh, Well, it'll be fine one day. How do you know? Just because the market came and saved your butt a couple times? That's not trading, man. That's hoping and praying. Trading is you take action. And if you don't take action, then you have to face the consequences. Not everybody's brain is geared to take losses. You need to learn how to take losses in this game. You can't just say, well, I'll be right eventually. It doesn't work like that. It will never work like that. And that's one of the reasons 90% of the people who trade lose. Trade, I said. Investment is a different story. But even in investing, if you're in the wrong stocks, like for example, if you've been in Nike for 3 years while the market made 50,000 all-time highs, and here's Nike, okay? Prove my point. Or Lululemon, or one of these things, right? Whatever. Okay, that's Nike. Nike going back 10 years. Nike topped at 180 about October of 21. Okay, 2021, 4 years ago. Where's Nike today? 72. What did the market do since 2021? Nothing but all-time highs. Compare Nike to Nvidia. Compare Nike to any other retailer. Compare Nike to Costco, whatever, you know. If you're going to say, no, it's not relevant, compare it to Gap. It's a management. It's the, right, Gap stores, right? Pretty much the same. Clothing and, you know, Foot Locker, whatever, right? Did we go down? No. Okay. Well, all I'm saying is you can't be stubborn. You can't say, well, one day it'll be okay. I don't think, I think Gap got bought out, right? Lululemon, same thing. There's Lululemon. 423, now it's 220, while the market's making new highs. Hey, you know, everybody's loved Tesla. What has Tesla done over the last 4 years? Not a goddamn thing. Here's Tesla. And people get upset at me when I say that. Look at Tesla. Where's Tesla? 4 years, 5 months. Exactly the same price as it was 4 years, 5 months ago. Now, should it be traded? Absolutely. Here's Tesla right here at 300, October of 21. Well, 4 years and 5 months ago, it was still 300. Now, did it go from 300 to 400, down to 100, up? Yeah, then trade, folks. Stocks are not to be bought and sold. You know, Nvidia types of stocks are generational stocks. Yes, if you bought it at 10, you're still holding. Different story altogether. But even that had like some ridiculously nasty pullbacks, right? Because when Nvidia goes from 150 down to 85 in a matter of 6 weeks, and you go, well, it will be okay one day. Yeah, you may be right, you may be wrong, you know, but to me, most stocks are to be bought and sold. There are some maybe generational stocks. Maybe the Max 7 was generational, but even those had their problems, right? Facebook. Anybody remember Facebook? Well, not Facebook. Meta. Anybody remember that? The Meta goes from 300 to 85. You know, it doesn't make sense to just hang in there for a year and a half and then this happens. Yes, it will happen over long periods of time. I'm not talking about trading. I'm talking investing. But the pain you're going to endure and the opportunity cost that you're missing while Meta has gone from 300 to 85, which took about a year and a half, is the problem, right? You have to think opportunity cost as well. And now everybody, hindsight is 2020. Now everybody looks, oh yeah, but if you held on for, well, if you had held on Nike, if you had held on, I don't know, if you had held on FedEx is the same price as it was 10 years ago, right? So some things are to be traded. I'm not telling you guys, you know, anything else, or Hood, let's say, right? Okay, nothing but beauty. But if you bought Hood at the IPO, you're just clearing that price. Think about it. You know, I mean, that's October 20 or July 2021. If you bought a Hood at the IPO, you went to 80. Forget you didn't pay 80. You paid 50. It cleared 50 maybe like 5 weeks ago after 4 years. It went down to single digits, eights. So same thing with Palantir, right? Same thing. Because it has come back, you're going to say, well, this next one is going to do the same thing. This next one is going to do the same thing. Well, it may not do the same thing. So that's why I'm saying stocks are to be bought and sold. Trees don't grow to the sky. Be careful with what you're doing. Just trade your equity, folks. Anything else is bullshit. If your equity is going higher, you're making money. Okay, cool. Thank you, sir. Wow, you're too conservative for your age. If it doesn't pay dividends, it doesn't make sense. Well, Sanham doesn't pay dividends. Why'd you buy that one? Anyway, you don't have to call me sir, Czar Trader. Call me Serge. Sir, what's your thoughts on CLS and PWR? Let's take a look. Technicals. I look at charts, obviously. I'm not a huge technician. I know enough to be dangerous. CLS. Celestica. Oh, beautiful chart. That's the weekly. Let's look at the 1 year, 1 day. It's grinding higher just like anything else. What is there to say? If you're in it, great. Look, everything has double, triple from the April low, and this is no different. This took a ride, obviously, 140 down to 60, and then now from 60 to 163, it looks nice. It's in an uptrend. Pullbacks should be bought. Pullbacks to, I don't know, the old high first, maybe 140 and 130. You should add. And the other one was Power, PWR, Quanta Services. Same thing, same exact chart. Exact. I like this better, actually. But same thing. Stocks are to be bought and sold. The stock was 360, goes down to 230, and then from 230 is back to an all-time high. Is it an all-time high? I don't know. I don't know these two. Yeah. But long-term, right? Not every stock is going to look like this. That's all I'm saying. But it had a little hiccup here. It had a hiccup here. It had a major hiccup here. But if you're holding these things for ages, you're doing great. That's why I recommend investing account and a trading account. In your investing account, you can afford to wait in this roller coaster ride, because ultimately it's going to go higher if the company is worth anything, right? Same thing with SPX. That's why I recommend dollar cost averaging. You have an investment account. That's going to give you the market benchmark return. Right? There's SPX going back 10 years. Yes, it had crashes and pandemics and all this stuff, but overall, you'll do fine. Why? Just like Bitcoin, government's printing money. All assets go higher when there's so much money chasing return. When that money is put into circulation, stocks have to go higher. They cannot go lower. Once in a while, they pull the plug and then they'll just do it, and then they'll come print again. Up to 40 trillion in debt, folks. Trillion. Where do you think that money is going? It's going into stocks. It's going into gold. It's going into Bitcoin. And that's where we are. That's the game we play. We're inflating ourselves out of a situation. And you have to, by the way, even if you're in these stocks long term, trading account, you have to return 4x of the benchmark, maybe 5x. Trading, actively trading. There's active trading, there's active investing, there's passive investing. If you're passive investing, you have a W2, you don't have time, you buy dollar cost average, great. You'll do fine. But you will do what the benchmarks are doing, meaning S&P 500. S&P 500 is up 6-7% this year. You're up 6-10%. Right? You're not trading long term, you're holding, but then there's 6 or 7% debasing of the currency inflation. You take that out, you're ahead of inflation. That's why you buy stocks. That's it. That's the game. People make it too complicated. Oh, it's this, it's that. It's none of that. Government's printing money, folks. When government's printing money, stocks go up. All asset classes go up. Once in a while, they have hiccups, and then they go right back up again. Don't anybody tell you anything else. That's how things work. Okay. All this money going into the markets, all this money going into Bitcoin. It's because of the printing. Okay, you need to email me, sergio@sergioavadian.com, so I can send you the Telegram chat group link. Hello, Serge, do you have a profile on your investing account? What does that mean, profile? I just showed my account. I'm not sure. Profile. Oh, what did we buy? We did something. Yeah, cool. Yeah, stocks are to be bought and sold. Okay. Oh, we bought something else. Something is happening, folks. What's happening? Let's take a look. Oh, we sold WeRide. Okay, cool. Now we're down to 2,500 shares. Okay. We can handle that. What else are we doing? TSSI broke 21. That's why. Good thing we didn't buy it. Reduce exposure. Buy a few more puts here. Yes, let's do that. Let's reduce exposure and buy. Okay, buy 5 more puts at 7.75. See, I'm trading, right? But I have an investment account. I have 4 stocks in my investment account, and I will put those up in a minute. I bought them during April. Let's buy 5 more puts at 770. Okay. So, I'm trading. So I need to get 3, 4, 5x of the benchmark. If S&P is up 25%, I need to get to 100%. If I don't, I'm not going to waste my time between taxes and all the time you spend on it and all the stress you experience. It ain't worth it. Between taxes and inflation, you need to do 3, 4x if you're trading actively. I'm not talking investing. Those 2 different things. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get back to the front. Yeah, buy long term is good. Cool. Hello, Serge. Do you have profile on your investment? I don't know what that means. Investing account. Oh, you mean like a screenshot or something like that? Is that what you're saying? I just showed my trading account. I'm not active in my investment account. I'll just tell you guys what I'm doing. But in the trading account, I'm super active. And that's why I created the Telegram group. So I know you're a member, right? You just joined. So email me, sergio@sergioavadian.com, so I can send you the Telegram chat group link, and then you'll come in and introduce yourself. Meta Mike is here. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. What are we doing? We're just trading, man. We're buying and selling things. We're trying to beat the benchmarks. We're trying to, do things when they get to where they get to. When they do, you do stuff. Autopilot. You don't think about it, you do it. You don't get nervous about it. You take losses, you take gains. You're just making sure your account equity or net liquidation value keeps going higher and higher. That's all you're trying to do. That's all I'm trying to do in the trading account. That's all I can do. I don't know anything else. I don't know what else to do. So reduce exposure some more. Buy these fuel cell puts back. So you do put it on, you trim, you put it on, you trim, hopefully you're making money. And what doesn't lie to you? Your account balance doesn't lie to you, does it? Because right now I can close all these positions and I will end up with a certain amount of money, right? And that money is getting marked to market every second of every day, trading day. Okay. It's going to be right around that level, whatever you're seeing on your account value, right? What else is there? What else? This doesn't lie. So today I'm going to quit. I'm going to close all these positions all at once simultaneously. It takes me 30 seconds to do it. Well, what I'm seeing right now is going to be pretty close to what I close it at. And that number is different than yesterday, different than the day before, different than last month, different than last week, different than last year. It's very easy to figure this out, folks. If you did not put any money in it, and if you did not take any money out of it, that's your return. If you started with $10 and now you have $12, you're up 20%, period. What else is there? Because all these other things, all the mental masturbation we do, oh, this is going this way, that's going that way. Who cares? Who cares? If your account equity is going higher, if your account balance is going higher and higher, yes, it will have drawdowns, yes, it will have pullbacks, but ultimately, our goal is to start with $1 and end up with $2 at the end of the year, hopefully. That's right. That's 100%. So when I say it to people, they go like, well, that's too simplistic. I'm like, I'm not sure what else I can do. It's not simplistic. It's what it is, because that's my scoreboard. I put on 1,000 trades a year. Do you think I'm going to care about each single trade? No. That's because I size correctly, I risk manage correctly, I take my losses correctly, I take my gains correctly, and then I look at my account value at the end of the day. Oh, it's higher today than yesterday. That means out of all this madness, some things worked better than the ones that did not work. That's all I can do. I cannot do anything else. I cannot argue with the market. But when things get to where they need to get to, I act. And if you don't act, then, if you have something going against you and you don't take your little loss, that loss becomes a big loss. You went in for short term. Now you're an investor. I've seen that movie so many times. Okay, reduce exposure, sir. Buy the puts back. We don't want to F around with any of this stuff. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I do. I make it pretty simple for everyone to understand in my group. I make it pretty simple for myself. This is the way I've done it for 30 plus years. TSSI 2085. Okay, see, good thing we didn't buy it in the Robinhood account. We would have lost $100 already. Well, what do we do? Do we buy it now? 2084. Let's take a look at that. That's getting interesting, folks. I should have kept my short. How about that? I was short that thing at $30 right there. See those labels? I was short 600 shares at 30. I forgot. 30.93. Nailed that thing. Down to 21. 600 shares. 9 points, 10 points. $6,000. Got a short shit, man. Okay, this is pulling back to exactly where I think it's going. It's going down to the 20 EMA, 50 EMA, which is right about under $20. Do we prematurely buy this thing? No. Patience. Patience, but we scale in. We scale in. Yes, we scale in. So we sold some WeRide down to 2,500 shares. I will post these positions, whatever they are, at the end of the day on the community page. Full transparency on this channel. I don't mess around. So I'll close some exposure. Let's sell 5 of the fuel cell puts at 115. We covered 25. We're selling from 7 to 6, lowering the puts. Almost broke even, maybe lost a few $100 on the 7 puts. Now we'll sell the 6s for $1.15. Do I want to own fuel cell at 485? Yeah. Soundhound, we have the order in. SPY. We're buying more puts at 770. Okie TSSI, we're good. Yeah, we're good. We are good. We have the apples. I like that, but I think I want to buy some more of those. I want to buy like maybe 20 more of those. On the breakout, though. No premature, you know what? Okay, guys. Don't overthink. Do shit when it gets there. That's one. What else do I want to do? Yeah, I want to, it's like a little bull flag, hopefully. Low volume consolidation. Okay, I'll take that. I mean, I like all the positions, man. I mean, I think AAPU is gonna have a nice little run to 27, so they go from 80 cents to about $2.50. The only one that's bothering me is Robin, not Robin. Yeah, not Robin so far. That's a balance. I'll keep the short there. Where are we at? 21.70. Yeah. I'll short a couple hundred more shares. You know, everybody in the boat now. Okay. Stocks don't trade. Stocks like SoFi, other stocks too, crazy ones. But stocks like SoFi don't trade literally 2x of its 200 EMA. This is the 200 EMA, folks. It's 13 and a half. Stock is 21. You guys see what happened last time that happened? You guys see that? Yeah. I will stay short on this one for a while. But I will sell also puts here and there. I will sell puts against my short. It's called a cover put. That's the other thing a lot of people get confused by. They go like, what does that mean, Serge? I'm like a cover call, it's a cover put. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to go have a cup of coffee. Everything is pretty balanced. We'll get a sell-off. We'll get the stuff that we want to go long. We'll get a rally. We'll sell the stuff we want to sell. Yeah, SoundHound is acting weak. What did I put those at? 150. Yeah, I'll take it at 150. Okay, cool. Well, nice chatting with you all. All right, folks, I'm going to say goodbye. Enjoy your weekend. I will post the positions on the community page. Please share. Please like. Please subscribe. Turn on notifications. So you go. So I'm going to do this whole month. I'm going to do Trading with Sergio Monday edition, Tuesday edition, Wednesday edition, Thursday edition, and then Power Hour on Friday. And then at the end of the month, I'm going to reassess what I'm doing. Is it worth my time or is it not worth my time? So if you do share, I appreciate it, and it may be worth my time. Otherwise, what am I doing this for? So you have a great weekend, and we'll see you guys Monday for Trading with Sergio Monday edition, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. See you all Monday.